Thank you. Alex, I think if we can maybe utilize this. One of the requirements that the town board needs to find this evening in order to refer this project on is that this project is consistent with the planned unit development zoning that is on this project currently. And the original project plan development was approved in 2000, and phase one of that, as Alex indicated, was already built, the skating rink and the library. And phase two of the project also had an approval that included several different types of uses, and I'm quoting from the minutes of the meeting that approved that phase two PUD, that the uses would include but not be limited to commercial, retail, office, municipal, single and multi-family housing, senior housing, assisted living, medical office, and multi-use buildings. So it was clear from the intent of the PUD that you know, they planned a mixed-use project here. And point in fact, there was two components of senior housing that had been approved on the site, generally in this area of the project. Basically, what Pioneer is, or excuse me, what Loretto is suggesting is that we are taking that senior housing component and moving it to the westerly portion of this project. The scope of what we're proposing here is really slightly smaller than what was approved under the prior PUD. Each of these green homes will contain someplace in the neighborhood of 7,000 to 8,000 square feet, and with 12 bedrooms per unit, so that the overall density of what we're suggesting as the senior housing component of this is really slightly less than what was you know, projected and approved under phase two of the previous PUD. Are there any questions at all from the board or from anyone in the audience relative to
It's a $25 million project?
Yes, approximately.
And could you tell the audience how many employees will eventually be needed to provide care?
Approximately 100 to 125 employees at full build-out. The construction period here would take approximately 12 months from start to finish. We're anticipating starting construction in late 2009. Should be 2010. Can't go backwards.
Could you just give for general background as to your search location and why you chose Cicero? Just so everybody has a little bit of background information as to the development and what you, I think earlier it was expanded on a little bit, but just so everybody here knows kind of why you chose this area.
Certainly. I think one of the criteria that Loretto had established early on in this was to locate these units in a growing northern suburb that would be well located in terms of its accessibility throughout Onondaga County. With 481, Route 31, I-81, Cicero certainly fits the bill extremely well in terms of its accessibility to Onondaga County, particularly the northern suburbs, which are the fastest growing portions of Onondaga County. It also enables Loretto to serve a population in southern Oswego County as well as Onondaga County. The other thing that we saw good value in this site in was the existing infrastructure that's already in place at this site. Makes it easier to develop this site for the intended purpose.
Okay. And so the other question I have too is relative to the earlier touch on too is the financing of the project. I know that's always a concern that when the commons is brought up, it's funded through grants and whatnot. I think we had some senators and assemblymen here earlier. Could you go into that a little bit?
Yeah, there's several components of the financing. Loretto was awarded a HEAL grant through New York State, which will fund a portion of this project. In addition to that, there will be, Loretto will need to put its own equity as well as raise additional funds and secure outside financing as well.
Thank you. And it sits on about 18 acres? Is that the parcel?
Parcel size is 18 acres.
Sir, are all units the same price range?
These would not be for sale or lease units. These are occupied through the Loretto admissions system.
Mr. Norcross, I'm wondering if we could ask Vice President of Loretto, Tammy Marshall, to talk a little bit more about the project. Ms. Marshall is a nurse, and it's such a new and radical concept about care that I'd like to ask her to talk for 3 minutes about this. And I'm so sorry to put you on the spot, but I know you can do it.
I like talking about the project.